When we think about responsible media at LiveRamp, we definitely start at the consumer. They are the ones that are granting us their time and attention. And so with them in mind, for us, it's pretty fundamental. We want to make sure that we have their consent. So you see us talking about, publisher participation, getting consent from the consumers, and then brands, agencies, even data providers asking for consent from consumers to use their data. And so and that also means that you have to have authenticated users. So you get a benefit from them, right? You ask for their permission, and then in that moment, you also capture the information that allows you to potentially deliver the targeting to them. So consented and authenticated, you'll hear us talk about a lot as fundamental to the future of responsible media.
So what about identity? Could you just explain what that means, particularly in the CTV space? How that works and the value it brings?
Yeah, well, we think that the CTV space right now is a little bit of a free-for-all when it comes to the identifiers that we're using. We're using CTV device IDs, and when I say we, it's the broader we, the industry as a whole. We're using device IDs. A lot of folks are using IP in different ways, and ironically, most of the inventory is actually authenticated because we are charging for it. We are creating authentication moments. The infrastructure, though, really wasn't built to use that authenticated data originally. So right now we see a lot of reach maximizing strategies going on, and really the consumer's eyeballs have moved to the CTV platform, CTV and OTT more broadly, and really. We think that there will be a time where we're all using and using that authenticated data, using that consented data. We're definitely leaning into it. Our authenticated traffic solution is providing the infrastructure for everyone to participate in that way. So I think we have a little ways to go in CTV to actually take advantage of all the amazing, really rich authenticated data that we have. But it's on the horizon. We're most definitely leaning into it. And we do see a lot of partners, a lot of publishers leaning into it, and ecosystem partners as well.
So tell us about the prospects for cross-screen measurement, which is the holy grail. And we hear a lot of innovation. We hear a lot about Nielsen One in another year or so. What are the prospects for really a functioning omnichannel measurement platform to evolve, or if there will be? What are your thoughts there?
Yeah, well, we power one already today. We power it in our product Data Plus Math, and then we power many of the other ones in the ecosystem. And so LiveRamp is supporting all of our measurement partners, moving brands data, to collaborate with measurement platforms, moving data sources across partners. And it's alive and functioning and well today to do forms of cross-screen measurement. I think the holy grail of a cross-screen currency is a little bit more complex. I think we will get there. We know Nielsen has set their timeline for where they are trying to be, but we see a vast ecosystem that uses data and metrics in different ways, not just for currency. So we want to help power great currencies. That's definitely what we're out here to do. We think there will be many different ways to transact over time. But we think that there are other measurement use cases, other analytics, particularly as it's related to data collaboration, that might use a lot of the cross-screen measurement and cross-screen data, but might not be the currency.
Christine, tell us sort of what's exciting for you in terms of the work you're doing and what's ahead for LiveRamp in the measurement space.
Well, we are helping brands right now really unlock the questions around what what is my OTT and CTV delivering incrementally to my linear? That is probably the number one question we address, and we're helping brands and agencies do it. And then we're also helping publishers do it. Really, many of the publishers have an amazing set of assets that they are reaching consumers with every single day. And we're really trying to help them represent and understand how many households their footprints are really reaching and their great content is delivering. So both sides of the market, we're helping to really understand that. I'll call it like household reach extension that they're getting out of CTV and OTT video. And then we really, the next step for brands always after they do get a grasp on reach and frequency is getting to that attribution, those conversion events, and really the opportunity to measure all the way to business outcomes gives you the ability to unpack problems like fraud, like viewability issues, because if you're taking the impressions that you're serving, not only understanding the reach and frequency they might be delivering, but then also getting all the way to business outcomes, you're able to create that transparency all the way to the bottom line and ultimately the consumer outcome.